Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
And we are the brothers, man, coming back at y'all with the Lord's will. Another edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And of course, always, before we start this lesson, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to the brothers out there that are pushing this truth in all righteousness and sincerity. And peace, blessings, and salutations unto the elect scattered abroad, being grafted in under the obedience of this truth through the spirit of faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Water, bro. Hey, shalom to all you Hakim, you Akwath, you brothers and you few sisters that subscribe to this doctrine of life that was given through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, to our beloved elder apostles on down to the elder bishops, the elders, and Hakim that are pushing this gospel and truth and sincerity today. Peace, blessings, and salutations to you and your households, man. But hey, man, so we were just sitting there meditating, man, and one thing that really got the title for this lesson, pretty much, that was brought to mind is, we were sitting there and my phone, ultimately turned off, as far as the service, you know what I mean. I get paid, so I'm finna turn it back on, but my routine is, I get two breaks a day, right? So I work for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We get a break. We get that first 20-minute break, then we, get another two hours, then you get a lunch break, and then you got the last 2 hours of the day. Well, my routine is, I got the audio book for the Bible, so I listen to the Bible for the first couple hours, and then I afterwards, after that first break, I listen to, the elder apostles and, their videos, and maybe, one or two, other brothers' short videos and stuff like that, man, just to, get through the day. That's just my routine, man, to get fed, and the last like 2 hours of the day, I'll probably watch maybe another, 1 or 2 videos, and then I'll listen to a little bit of music, man, to have that balance, man, and today, past couple days, I haven't had my phone, really to be able to, listen to the word or anything like that, man. So, this feeling of being lost, has come upon me, man. And, I know it. I noticed it, you know what I mean? When I get home, I watch videos, I read, and so on and so forth, ultimately catch back up. Not every brother's, ultimately, as the world would say, lucky, enough to, be in those type of situations to where they can listen to the word, while they're at work, or be able to watch videos. I try to take advantage of that, while I'm working, so I've been doing it for so long that it feels so natural to do those things. But again, once you come out of, once you're doing something for so long and then you stop doing it, you had this feeling of, lost, you know what I mean? Because you're out of, basically out of your element at that point, you know what I mean? And like again, yeah, we were just breaking bread after work today, man, before we really started taking off in the car, and I was like, yeah, man, I gotta do a lesson on that, man, because hey, we before we came into this truth, man, we were lost, and now that the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has grace and mercy upon us to ultimately bring us into this truth, it's a beautiful thing, man. We will rejoice and we are constantly indulging ourselves in the scriptures, man. We're constantly meditating on the scriptures, man, day in and day out, man. Lord wills, my phone doesn't slip. I don't know why my hold is kind of slipping, but anyways, we're constantly rejoicing, every time that we get a chance to, watch a video and get edified, or be able to just listen to the word, man. It's a beautiful thing, And I want to grab that scripture, Jeremiah 15:16, Bible Shah.
Khan, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15 and verse 16, and it reads, "Thy words were found."
Thy words were found, man, because again, we were in a state of being lost, man. Previous, man, we were in a state of having no hope. We're in a state of, like it says, and my people were destroyed for the lack of knowledge. We had no knowledge, man. And within that lack of knowledge, or with the lack of knowledge is knowing who we are, man. Like it says in Jeremiah 17:4, he discontinued us from our heritage, man.
Right.
Yeah. So that was, us being lost. But now we found this word, we found out who we are, we found out, who our power is, his true name, and to be able to call upon that name and to continue to, to eat and drink of this word, this fountains of living water, man, the bread of life and the fountains of living water, man, which is the word, man. So we're constantly doing that, man. And when you don't, just like when you don't eat for a couple of days or don't eat all day, what do? Your stomach starts to touch your back, man. It don't feel right, Or if you don't drink any water all day, you start to feel dehydrated. Your head starts to feel spacey and shit, So that's sort of like what happens to us when we don't continue to indulge in these words, man.
Start to get weaker.
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and finish that, and then we'll grab that Philippians.
This is Jeremiah 15:16. Thy words were found,
right,
and I did eat them.
Right, we ate the whole roll, man, from Genesis to Revelations, man, and we're constantly doing that, man. It doesn't matter if you read Genesis already, man. We're gonna read it again, and we're gonna read it again, and we're gonna read it again, because there's certain things. Every time that we read it, certain things get revealed unto us, man. We get certain, a certain piece of that mystery revealed unto us, man. And it's a beautiful thing. That's the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai supping with you, man. So again, him doing that, it's what, man? Go ahead.
And thy word was unto me,
right,
the joy and rejoicing of mine heart.
Right, man. The joy and the rejoicing of my heart, because again, when certain mysteries get revealed unto us, one, it lets us know the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai is dealing with us, man. Because it's a certain mystery, like King Solomon being Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation, man. Hey, like 99.999% of people, they don't understand that. They'll never get that mystery, man. They'll never be able to understand it. Or that Adam, or Isaac was Yahweh Shai in the reincarnation, man. Or Apostle Peter was King David in the reincarnation, man.
Even like when you go into like the Exodus where our forefather Moses and our ancestors, man, like that cloud by day and that pillar of fire by night was talking about that. Ultimately, what the world calls UFOs, but that was a chariot, man.
Right.
Now thousands of people, so you gotta imagine how big of a ship that was, but that was actually guiding and protecting our forefathers, man.
Right. Hey, the elder apostles talking about it. It could be miles in diameter, man.
Yeah, cause it's huge. It had to be huge, man.
It had to be fucking huge, man.
It's like
no, go ahead. Finish what you're
I was gonna say, man, and that was Yahweh Shem El Shai, with us in those days,
Right, man. And that's beautiful, man, to be able to read these things and to envision them, man. That's beautiful, man. Even when you're at work, such as there's other brothers that do this as well, man. When you're at work and yes, you're focused on your work to get it done, but then when you hear certain things, man, you come in and out, you know what I mean? And certain things catch your your attention, and you're like, damn, I ain't never read that before. That really happened, Like that shit, like, man. And then you meditate on it, man. You meditate on it, and you're like, what the fuck? It blows your mind, man. You're just like, that's so cool, man.
Yeah, man. It's true.
That's the joy and the rejoicing of our heart, man. When we listen and read these words, man. Keep going.
And it reads, for I am called by thy name, O Lord, power of hosts.
Right, man. Right. Because again, going back to the beginning of that, man, thy words were found. Beforehand, we were lost, man. This word gives us hope, and this word gives us, a sense of, this ain't the end, man. There's something greater coming, and I like saying that, man. There's always something greater coming. There's grass is actually greener on the other side, man. Where in this fucking queendom, everywhere you fucking look, the grass is fucking dead, man. At least here in Arizona, everywhere you fucking look, the grass is dead, man. And that's really an omen, for what's gonna happen to America, man. This place is gonna fucking be destroyed, man. This place is gonna be dead, and we can't wait for that, man. And again, just knowing what is to come of this place that has been constantly beating us down, that brings us joy, man. But beforehand, we didn't know that. Before we came into the truth, we're sitting here like, man, why are we always, in the ghettos? Why are we always being, put down? Why are we this? Why are we that? We're constantly complaining, not knowing that there's something, for us, man. Not knowing who we are, so like who we are, and that the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai is for us, man. It's heavy, man. You got that percent.
That's right. And just back to brother up, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, and these are these different books, man, like Corinthians and Romans, where a lot of the letters that Apostle Paul is writing, to the churches, man, to the Israelite foreigners, You see that, because you had different Israelites that were scattered, growing up in the lands of the heathen and adopting their customs and losing their way. You see, and these letters were to those the Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners that were lost. This is Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in times past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands, that at that time ye were without Yahushai, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel,
right,
and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope, and without the Most High in the world. And that was us, that we're in the world before we came in, before Yahweh Shai brought us to this truth. We were in the world, ultimately with no hope and without the Most High. Me personally, I didn't even believe, because growing up, with Christianity, man, it just never made sense. But that kind of, since I had that, being taught, it led me to not believe in anything. Until down the road, Yahweh Shai changed things for me, the brother, and you brothers and sisters out there. You see, and now we have hope, man. Now we're prisoners of hope. Like the brother was going into, we have to wake up every day, and the only thing that we look forward to and desire is salvation, because that's going to be the day that we're free, all right, from all this spiritual and mental and physical pain that we have to go through on a daily. You see, and now we have the Most High, you see, in our life. And it says, but now in Hamashiach Yahushai, who ye were sometimes, but now in Yahushai Mashiach, ye who were sometimes were far off, are made nigh by the blood of Yahushai. See, that sacrifice that Yahushai made, man, being that sacrificial lamb for the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, the 144,000 men and the innumerable multitude, to be joined back to the heavenly Father Yahweh. You see, and that right there brings you hope, because when you go and read the scriptures, it talks about Yahushai literally coming and dying for his people.
Right.
All right, he's sending the disciples to go and teach and bid those to the marriage of his people, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You see, because back then we were lost too. All right, you still have a lot of people who are of our people who are lost in this time as well. And that's why Yahweh Shai has the men of the Lord, daily putting out videos, man, of edification to help build those that are in the faith.
Right.
To install that hope and to install that faith.
Come on, man, that's beautiful, man, because hope is faith, man. And this is a faithless generation, a hopeless generation.
Yeah.
But Yahweh Shai, being that sacrificial lamb, gave us a chance, to have faith, man. Gave us a chance to, by our faith, be delivered, man. And to prove our faith to the Most High, man. Prove that, we truly, love the Most High, And that's beautiful, man. You got another precept?
That was it on that one. I didn't have another one.
So we're ultimately rolling in the spirit right now, man. Didn't really have anything, really planned out, but what is that? Meditate. Did you find that one precept that was calling out there earlier?
No, I didn't find it.
Let's get that one that was talking about meditating on that words that you had pulled out.
Oh, okay, come on.
Yeah. Because I want to get that word meditate, man, because that's what we do, man. Now that we've come to the knowledge, now that we've, ultimately gone from being lost, to being found by Yahweh Shemel Shai, because, John 15 and 16 says, ye have not chosen me, for I have chosen you. So the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai chose us, to come back to the knowledge of who we are, man. Again, the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai is bringing Israel, starting with the elect, out of that dead state, man. Now 2/3 of our people ultimately got to perish on this side, but ultimately, guess what's going to happen, man? Scriptures say that all Israel shall be saved. So the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to bring all Israel eventually out of that dead state, man. And now that for those that Lord, hey, we're part of the hopeful elect, man. We have hope. Whereas this world has no hope, and we have hope. And us being part of that hopeful elect, we're constantly meditating on the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. We're constantly, reading, constantly listening to the word. For some brothers that don't necessarily have too much time in the day, and on the way to and from where you're going, you listen to the word, man. You meditate on what you hear, and you watch videos as much as you can, man. Not every brother got a whole bunch of time in the day to to be able to put towards Yahweh Shem El Shai. We have to take care of business. Some of us got families. Some brothers work 10, 12 hours. Just to pay bills, this and the third. However it may be. But nonetheless, that the time that we put towards Yahweh Shem El Shai, hey, we're doing it to the best of our ability and constantly, man. And again, whatever we read or whatever we listen to, as far as the word, hey, we're constantly meditating on that, man. You got that percent?
No, I can't.
That was verse 45 or something like that. Yeah. Look up that scripture that says, "I will meditate on thy precepts." I think it's Psalms 119. Like 101.
Okay, Kyle, I'm just going past it somehow. It says, look at Psalms chapter 119, in verse 104. It says, "Through thy precepts I get understanding.
Right.
Therefore I hate every false way."
Right, man. Through thy precepts we get understanding. Why, man? There's another precept that's a good one. That's not what the point where I wanted, but there's one that says, basically, look up the word meditate. It should be in Psalms.
Okay, cool.
Slakia, man, bear with us, man. Again, like we're saying, man, we're ultimately rolling in the spirit. We didn't have anything planned, so yeah, man. Again, like I said, we're just rolling in the spirit, man. Whatever the spirit wants to grab, we'll grab it, and then, the Lord will be edifying, man.
There's a lot of those in Psalms. Just depends which one you want.
Ooh, yeah, 15. There we go.
This is Psalms 119 and 15. It says, "I will meditate in thy precepts."
I will meditate in thy precepts, man. We're constantly meditating on these precepts, man. We're constantly meditating on the simple fact that, hey, especially for the times that we're coming into, man. We're dealing with these troubling times that are about to hit, man. The times of our faith being tested is about to hit. When we go and we look at these times, of where the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai tested the faith of his prophets, his apostles, his servants, and so on and so forth, and we look at how they ultimately got through, and we look at how the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai protected them so that they can get through, and we're constantly meditating on these things, man, and for my situation, the reason why I felt lost, because I can't listen to the word in the mornings, because I be really meditating on these things, man. Me, and I got my family and shit like that, man. But and I look at how the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai, helped guided and fed, just like Elijah, when he was in the time of a famine, the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai brought him to this woman and her son, and the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai made it to where her cruse of oil nor her wheat was to perish, man. Even though they had a little bit left, hey, that shit never, the bowl or a cup or whatever it was, kept replenishing with food, man. And that's a miracle, man. That's a real life miracle the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai done for his prophets, man. And guess what? We're out here prophesying, man. Which makes us prophets, man. So how much more if we continue to do the will of Yahweh Shem El Shai? How much more is he going to do that for us? And that's what I love to meditate on, man. Hey, when I'm not able to hear these words, which again, the fountains of living water, man. On top of that is bread of life, So when you don't eat or you don't drink any water, and you feel different, man. And I feel different, which shows you the power of the words of Yahweh Shem El Shai, man. Which shows you how important they are to us, man. And that's why we constantly need to be in that spirit of meditating on these scriptures, man. Constantly be in the spirit of, as much as you can, listening to the words of Yahweh Shem El Shai, man. Hey, again, there are times where you don't have, because this fucking world requires so much fucking of your goddamn attention, having to fucking, deal with your family members, having to deal with work. Sometimes people gotta work extra hours, At the last fucking minute, they get told they gotta work extra hours, or, you gotta fix your car, go to the fucking car shop to fix your car. You know what I mean? You gotta go buy this and the third. You gotta go shopping for some food, for the house, whatever it may be, man. They might take up all your time, to where, you only got like a couple hours to spend, watching videos, you know, and putting together a lesson, man, you know, to where you're not able, you know, and at that point you might be exhausted, man. You might read one chapter, one, maybe 2 chapters, you know, of whatever book, and you know what I mean? And now that's the end of the fucking day. You got to go to sleep, man. So you're not able to put forth a whole lot of effort, you know. But whatever you do for Yahweh Shem Shai, you got to constantly be meditating on those, man. And people ask me like, hey, how do you meditate, man? You know, hey, it's constantly thinking upon the same thing, man, over and over and over again, looking at it in different ways, man. You know,
It's not like sitting up somewhere with like your hands, you know, in like that Buddhist position.
Yeah, fuck
know?
that shit.
You know what I mean? It's just simply thinking deeply on something, man.
Yeah.
You know, like painting the picture in your mind, or the scene, or you know what I mean? See, but that's basically what it is when you meditate.
Yeah, man. So again, we gotta be doing that, man. You know, constantly doing that, man. Because hey, the world that we're in is lost, man. This place is completely lost, man, because they don't have Yahweh Shem Shai, man. We do. So how much more are we found to Yahweh Shem Shai, man?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 17. I'm gonna skip down a little bit. Sirach 17 and verse 27. It says, "Who shall praise the Most High in the grave, instead of them which live and give thanks?
Right.
Thanksgiving perisheth from the dead, as for one that is not. The living and sound in heart shall praise the Lord." You know, I bring that out because, hey, 2/3 of our people are spiritually dead, man.
Right.
You see, so they're not able to praise Yahweh Shem Shai. They're not actually able to, you know, fear Him and do the things that please Him. You see, but us who are alive, you know, in the flesh, literally alive and alive in the spirit, are able to praise Yahweh Shem Shai, man. And the scriptures talk about, you know, give praise that's due unto His name. You know what I mean? That's what we have to do in this time. You see? Because hey, as much as you know, as much as you might want to do something that, you know, pleases your flesh, you gotta have a balance to it, man.
Right.
You gotta find, you know, more ways that please Yahweh Shem Shai. And sometimes you do gotta please your flesh, you know what I mean? But not saying that you should go out and commit, commit a whole bank robbery, you know what I mean? Because we all want a little bit of money, but you know, scriptures tell us, to give me neither poverty nor riches.
Right.
You know, so what you really should be asking for is enough for you to be able to move past another day.
Right.
Okay, but again, this scripture, man, the point is, 2/3 of our people are spiritually dead, so they're not able to praise Yahweh Shem Shai. But the sound in heart, all right, shall praise the Lord, man, the living. And that will be us of the hopeful elect, man. All right, who are alive, you know, in the flesh again and in the spirit, and have that sound mind, you know, ready to actually praise Yahweh Shem Shai. That was it.
Man, that's beautiful, man. You know, we are alive, man. You know, we have that fountain of living water, man, which is this word, man. You know, and we're living through this word. You know, living through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai that He has given us, man. You know, and again, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to be able to read these words, man. To be able to have that understanding, man. You know, and we got to take that. We can't take it for granted, man. You can't sit here, you know what I mean? Oh, I have that understanding. Hey, man. Get more, man. Proverbs 4:7. You know, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, man. You know, and with all that getting, get understanding, man. Yep. So get as much as you can, man. While you have the ability to get some, man. You know, hey, the brother Maya Ka'ala, he's constantly, when he goes to repost a video, hey, what does he say, man? In the caption, he says, "Get some."
Get some.
You know, that's beautiful, man, because it's all wisdom, man. You know, if it's in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, man, it's you know, and they're using His word, man, you know, then that's pure wisdom, man.
It's always something you could learn, man.
Always, man, every single day, man. You know, and this is why if you're not doing that, man, and I remember the brother Kasad's, man, he said, you know, hey, when you don't read for like a day or two, you know, you feel different, you feel lost, you know, and I remember him saying that exactly, you know, so that's, you know, that's really the spirit, man, because again, that's you know, personally, that's how I felt, not being able to just listen to the word at work, you know. But now I got to make up for it, you know, by going home and reading and studying and doing what I can, man, you know, to the best of our, you know, the ability that the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai had given us. Hey, that's what we got to do, man. you know. But like I said, I didn't want to make this video too long, man. I just want to touch on a certain point, man. You know, really just to build in the spirit on the subject, man. So unless you got a precept,
And that was it.
God, man. So Lord Will was edifying. Lord Will was straight to the point. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. A double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh Shemel Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect scattered abroad. May the election Yahweh Shemel Shai, Lord willing, upon your houses. I want to say Shalom, Kwame Yashwala, and the Bible Shalom.